SOX Check Approval web screens provide a fully integrated payment approval process for Sage 300 Cloud. Accounting staff click a Submit button on the AP Payment Batch List screen to submit payment batches for approval. Approvers receive email notification when payment batches are ready to be approved. Approvers sign into Sage and open the Approval console, where they can quickly approve or reject payments from dozens of Sage 300 companies. Submitters can track the progress of batches on the AP Payment Batch List. SOX Check Approval provides flexibility and strong audit features. It includes 4 different workflows to allow for multiple approvers and up to 3 approval levels. Payment limits for lower approval levels to route approvals by payment size. Options for including or excluding payments from the approval process based on payment types and payment codes. And a complete audit trail with on-screen batch and payment lookup and a detailed audit report. Let's take a look, starting with batch submission. Simply click the Submit button on the Payment Batch List screen to submit a batch for approval and send an email to batch approvers. If I highlight a submitted batch, you can see that the Submit button has changed to In Progress. Note that you cannot edit payments after they have been submitted for approval. Also, you cannot print checks or post payments until payment batches have been approved. Let's open the Approval console as a Level 1 approver and look at the newly submitted payment batch. I'll sign in as a Level 1 approver and open the Approval console. Note first that the Approval console lists payment batches from all Sage 300 companies that are ready for approval by the current approver, not just from the current company. In this case, you can see batches that were submitted from Sample Company Limited and from Sample Company Inc. We'll select a payment batch. As first approver, you might do something like reject one of the payments and approve the rest. If you reject a payment, you're required to add a comment. You can then move the approval process forward by saving your edits and clicking the Approve button to complete the approval process for this payment batch. You can now see that the batch has disappeared from the list of batches requiring approval. Let's go back to the AP Payment Batch List to see the progress of our submitted batch. I'll highlight the batch and then click the In Progress button to check the progress. You can see here that the payment batch requires 2 approval cycles and that the first approver has rejected 1 payment and sent the remaining payments on for Level 2 approval. I'll sign in as a second approver. Open the Approval console, select the batch, select all payments for approval, then save and approve the batch. If we go back to the AP Payment Batch List, you can see that the batch is now open, and you can print checks and post all approved payments. You can also see that a new batch has been created with the rejected payment entries. Automatic batch creation is an option that you can set for SOX Check Approval. Finally, you can list and keep a record of all payment approvals and rejections with the Check Approval Audit Report. That completes a quick look at SOX Check Approval web screens. Please visit the Tyrox website for more detailed information about SOX Check Approval and other Tyrox products for Sage 300.